Hello, this is Mr. Rio here, and we got kind of a special Zoom here. I'm recording because the actual Zoom I did this review on, somehow when I wrapped it up, I lost the recording. So I'm going to make a special one here. For my virtual students or the students coming later in the week on Thursday and Friday, or ones that were supposed to be here today that weren't here and missed the class time, I'm going to focus on what you need to know. And first thing I'm going to do here for computer literacy is take a look at our current week. Now, right now there's not much up here. The Apple assignment carries over from last week. I made the due date tomorrow, so wrap that up. It's pretty interesting. You watch they always do a great job presenting. We're going to talk more about when we start multimedia presentations and PowerPoint next week. Okay, that's one of the reasons we're watching. We're not just watching to learn about iPhone 12s, though that is interesting to learn about. But we're also watching to see how they do really good multimedia presentations. So you get that done. It's not up here yet, but we're going to wrap up Microsoft Word this week. So what does that mean? We got this big review assignment that we're going to be reviewing stuff, and I shared a bunch of files here that I'll talk about in a moment. And then on Friday, you're going to do the word test. Okay, if you can't do it Friday, contact me in advance. Otherwise, I expect you to do it Friday. I'll post it by 9 a.m. Friday morning and do it by midnight. It's going to be like an assignment. And you're just going to make a bunch of stuff. It's going to be kind of similar to the review that we're doing today. You're going to have to know how to format paragraphs and text and word art and borders and margins and text boxes and shapes and images and wrap text and all those types of things that we're going to be covering in our review assignment. So yeah, the test will be coming up Friday. I'll be posting more about that real soon. And the Apple assignment's due tomorrow. So what does that leave? That leaves this big assignment right here. I have directions here. It's the Microsoft Word test review assignment. Now, if you are in the hybrid classes, and if you are in class today for group H, we did this in class today. We finished it by the end of the block. You submitted it, you're done. Okay. If you're in group C, that's here Thursday and Friday, we're going to do this Thursday. So if you want to do it at home in advance, you can, but you may as well wait till Thursday. So we'll do that in class on Thursday, and on Friday we'll do the test. So the main tutorial I have right here, I put the link here, and I put it, if you go under view assignment and you scroll down, I put it also there. It's the same thing. It's in the link up above here too. And that's about 58 minutes. I broke it in two parts, but they're in one video. So it's about 28 minutes or so for the first part. I think about 26 minutes for the second part. So you can break it in two parts if you'd like. This assignment, you can do it all at once. Probably take you about an hour or a little bit over, not hard at all. And you're going to be making something. So we got the directions here and the tutorial. Now I'm going to take you through here what's all here. You see a bunch of stuff is here under the assignment. So we have this Internet History Rough. Now some of you are going to look at this and say, Mr. Rio, didn't we type this already back when we were doing Word packets? Yes, you did. But rather than assume everybody has a copy of it to edit, I just shared one. Okay. Now I accidentally left in these little hit returns at the end of each paragraph in parentheses back from when we originally typed it. So you can go ahead and delete those. And once you get those deleted, this is called rough typing. You just quickly went in and typed it. I left a little formatting on here, but we're going to reformat this using the paragraph dialog box. Now I realize my tutorial is done on a Mac version of Word, so there's going to be some differences. But here's the thing that's an important skill to learn right now, and that is you're going to be changing software all the time for the rest of your life. Even if you stick with the same platform, Windows or Mac or whatever it may be, you're going to learn something and something new is going to come out. It's going to change. It's going to be different. You're going to have to jump on different software, maybe from home to work or different jobs. So the basics are the basics. Setting a margin, inserting an image, formatting a paragraph, you working with shapes and fills and lines, word art, all those type of things are basics. Now, you go on a different version, It's going to be maybe a little different where it's found and what menu or what toolbar. So start by looking around, familiar yourself with the toolbars and the menus of whatever version that you're using. And don't forget, in Windows, you do have menus up above too. Okay, it's not just the toolbars. And some of you go to full screen view where you don't see those menus, and that might be where some of the important stuff can easily be found. When in doubt, you looked around, there's a help built into Word, so you can always go there. And you can always go on Google. Even I've done that. I like, where's Word Art and Word for Windows? I just put that in literally as a question in Google, and you'd be surprised. It'll come up, you know, go to this menu or this toolbar, and be real easy. So anything that you don't see easily to find, that'd be a great tool, a good learning experience to go, you know, figure out a way to find it. Okay, so we're going to be using this document here, and we're going to do a bunch of formatting here, and we're going to do some stuff underneath it. So that's going to be a big part of it. That's what this is. This is what you're going to make. Okay, by the time you're done editing, you're going to have a text box up here for internet history. This is all going to be formatted, 1.5 spaces. There's going to be a drop cap. There's going to be a border around it. The margins will be reset. My name real big here, that's called a watermark. You'll learn how to do a watermark. You're going to insert a picture of a computer, which I included, or you can find your own if you'd like. And that is, you're going to resize it. We're going to put a wrap text on it, which is a good thing to do on any image. Even when you did Binder Park Zoo, doing a wrap text around an image allows you to move it easily wherever you want to. Those can, on the Mac, they're found on the right mouse click. You can find it there. It's also on one of the toolbars. And on the Word for Windows, you can find it and look it up and see, and it shouldn't be too bad. The paragraph dialog box, and I did this in the tutorial I did back when we did the paragraphs assignment. When you're in the Word for Windows, it's up in the home bar in the middle where it says paragraphs. There's a little arrow. You're going to select all the paragraphs, and then you're going to format them, and that's covered in the tutorial. So I should be able to find it there. We're going to be putting in a footer with your name, page numbering, and the date. And that's pretty easy to do. And the footer you'll see comes on every page and automatically changes the page number on each page. I'm going to show you how to use highlighter. Use a highlighter to highlight things, and how to change text colors, which you should know how to do. It's all under the home toolbar. So that's pretty easy. We're going to take a look at date and time, some of the different ones you can bring in, including ones that include time. We're going to look at word art, and you're going to make a word art. And word art turns text into a graphic. So you can make a nice graphic and edit with all different styles and shapes and everything like that in a word art. And then we're going to learn how to make a table. We haven't made a table yet. Tables look like this. They come in rows and columns. You can add text. You can put images in there. Now, they look like a spreadsheet, but they're not a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet allows for formulas, mathematical formulas to work in them. This does not. This is just for layout. And there's a bunch of features, and with tables, you can put background colors on them, change the border on them, take the border away. But they're nice for using them for different types of layouts. We're going to do shapes. And by the way, when you do each of these, type table or tables or date and time or word art or shapes above each one, just like it is on here. That'll be in the tutorial. And we're going to make some shapes. We're going to overlap them. We're going to talk about arranging them, so different orders of how they overlap. Put a text box over it, how to group them, how to ungroup them. And we're going to cover that with shapes. Bullets and numbering, you're going to make a list here of some of your favorite foods. And then just try out a mix of bullets and numbers, and there's buttons up in the home toolbar, and there's you might sign bullets and numbers up in one of the menus, and you can try different ones out. And I don't care which one you leave it on. So if you try 3 or 4 of them out, you might leave it with black bullets like this. You might leave it with numbers. You might leave it with letters like A, B, C, D. But try a few of those out and do that. Paragraph formatting. This is kind of a review from those assignments we did. We do the first paragraph, first line indent, 1.5 line spacing. Now, where'd you get this paragraph from? We just took one from above, we copied it, and then we pasted it here and there. So we pasted the same paragraph 3 times because we wanted just something to have for formatting. After we formatted the first paragraph, which is in the tutorial, we did a second one. This is like we did on those assignments. This is indented, single space, justified. So this one is quite different. Then we did where you click on the little paintbrush, and you can click up here in the first paragraph and then click on the paintbrush and drag across the last paragraph, and it'll do the same formatting. So we copied the formatting over from the first paragraph to the third paragraph. There's my watermark again. So not too hard, just the basics. We're not covering quite as much as we normally would, but we are covering the basics. So this week, Apple assignment. This assignment here, if you're not in class doing it, then that's your big assignment. It'll take you probably at least an hour or so to do it, maybe a little longer. You got the tutorial video for that. And then when you're done, submit that for that assignment, 50 points. That's about as important as the test. And then the test is going to be similar. You're going to make a bunch of stuff, format a bunch of stuff, edit a bunch of stuff, and show your skills on how to do some of these things. And so these are just where I reviewed a bunch of them. Not everything, but I reviewed a bunch. So that's going to be for this assignment. Now you might say, Mr. Rio, what else is here? Well, there's a computer right there, a JPEG that you can download. You can download all this, okay? Well, the video you don't download, that's a YouTube link, but download these 4 here. So beside the rough internet text and the completed version, so you know what you're going to be making, and the laptop JPEG, open up these notes. Now, normally we would have done these as an assignment in class. We would have went slowly through them and would have made sure you knew all of them quite well. But we don't have much time for that. And at the same time, we're not in class that much, and some of you not in class at all. So I just gave these to you. So what do you do with them? Well, you could ignore them, but that kind of is going to hurt you in the future, because a lot of you will need to use Microsoft Word in the future, whether it be in college or work or wherever. So it would be a good idea to go through these. And a lot of it you know already, but what you don't know, you can take a look at. You can click around the menus and just kind of familiarize yourself, like, what don't I know how to do? We did tabs, we did date and time, we did highlighter after this last review assignment. We did word art. Page ruler I haven't really talked about yet, but you can look into that. Under tools, you got things like word count. You can count the number of words that you have in your document. You got save as makes a copy. Page setup, you can change the orientation. You want it up and down or sideways. Print preview is often an option. Cut, copy, and paste, select all. Views, mainly we just use the print layout. You don't really need to know much beyond that. Occasionally we go to view menu for the header and footer, but you can go there with the shortcut by double clicking in the top or the bottom. Insert menu is a big one, whether it's a toolbar or the menu, because we insert a lot of things. You can put captions on your pictures. You can do footnotes I haven't really covered, or hyperlinks. We are going to cover, page numbers in this review assignment. We're doing word art. Smart art is kind of a broader category you can look into if you're interested. We do a lot of formatting. The format menu on the Mac version is really nice. I don't know if they have the format menu on the Windows version. If they don't, I don't know why, because it's an awesome thing. We've got drop caps we'll be doing. You can do background colors and that. We did that with the Binder Park Zoo assignment. The document window for doing the margins. Now that's on the Mac version format menu. Windows might be a little different where some of this stuff is. Same with the paragraph format and the font dialog box. So you might need to look around for that. Spelling and grammar, that's another thing. Go through. I didn't do that just now, but there'll be a bunch of misspelled words. Do a right click on them. Fix the spelling of them all the ones underlined in red. And also remember, spelling does not catch everything. You still got to do good proofreading. Same with grammar. Word count can be found down there in the tools menu on the Mac version. The Windows version, it might be somewhere else. You got help, of course, built in there. I didn't go into the fact that you can arrange windows. You have multiple windows to look at your same document. But if you're interested, you can look into that. And yeah, and then there's some of the things on here we're doing in the tutorial. So without further ado, that's your Zoom for today. I had to record another one, but I think you'll find this week not too bad. We're just focusing on Word other than the Apple assignment. getting Word finished up, covering our basic skills, and do a good job on this assignment. The test will come out Friday. It'll be like a project. You can use any notes, look things up if need be, make a bunch of stuff, submit it, be done with it. And be in touch with me about any problems, any questions. If you can't do the test on Friday for some reason, and we'll work something out. Okay? Have a great day. Take care.